Have you ever taken the super impossible road? Well, if not today, you are in luck, because today we are riding on the super impossible road. And this game is on Nintendo Switch, just came out recently, just a couple days ago. It's $20, and it is coming out to pretty much every other console in the new year. I think Q1 2022. So it should be coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, S, PC, all of those. It's not coming to Game Boy and DS and that kind of thing. It's coming out everywhere, though. So, guys, this is a cool game. It's like, I would say it's Marble Madness meets, like, Wipeout. It actually really reminds me of a game that I played back in the GameCube era of games called Extra. Extreme G Racing. I had to look it up because I remember playing it before. And not really enjoying it, because you're like basically on these hover bikes, and on these hover bikes you can barely tell where you're going. Like, you know how in Wipeout it goes so fast you can barely tell, you know, which turn you have to take and everything. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about a game I don't like, because I do like this. Super Impossible Road is pretty cool, so let's jump in, shall we? We'll start in the career. I've gotten pretty decently far, I guess you could say. I mean, I don't know how much there is to this, but you can see I've done quite a bit of the levels here. We're going to start with the very first one, just to give you an idea of what we got going on here, okay? With the balls, you can pick your color. Yellow, green. I go with green, because I like green. But you can pick different model wheels, and you can see that it changes the look of your ball. But it also changes the attributes of the ball, too, which is kind of cool. So you can change up the look, change up the way it rolls. Honestly, haven't played enough of it to, like, sample what the air control and everything else feels like, you know, from 1 to 5. But I guess the more you play it, the more you're going to get into that kind of thing. So here it is. You play as a ball. This is where the Marble Madness thing comes in. And you're basically hitting these checkpoints. And once you hit these checkpoints, it counts up how many checkpoints you've hit on certain tracks, and others, like this one, it times you to get to the end. So I'm going the very boring route here. The boring route is just start to finish, hitting all the checkpoints, and I didn't even use any boost there, okay? But you could use boost that you gather up from hitting those checkpoints. Let's see. Let's do I think you guys will find this one pretty fun. So there's a lot of different variations of how this game is played. We just played like the most boring track in the game. It's a tutorial stage, really, at the end of the day, if you think about it. It's just meant to get your feet wet, get your toes wet. But we have these called hoops. Now the hoop challenges are pretty fun. Honestly, they might be one of my favorite here. So the hoop challenges basically send you careening off, and you have to go through these hoops to score. Now, you might be watching this one going like, well, yeah, they're all in a row here. They're simple, right? But these hoop challenges, as the game goes on, get much harder. They really, really do, I'm telling you. Oh, man, I'm going to turn the Switch sound capture here down a little bit. It gets really loud when you hit the exit there. You also have races. So if you want to jump in and do a race against other balls, you could do that. And that's what we're going to do right now. Reversing Spike, Glaze, and Bullet. Race. Here we go. So here's the cool thing about this game. Is at any point, if you feel like it, you can go right off track and try to land back on the track. I would recommend doing it unless you know what you're doing. But, because as you can see, we are now in 4th place. But you could shave off a lot of time if you memorize the tracks, know where you're going, and somehow manage to land before it resets you. This is one of the things I wish they would change about the game. When you're falling off and you're trying to like gain a little bit of time, you know, from your opponents here. I wish it wasn't just a fade out black. I wish they gave you a little countdown that's basically like when you go off the track, it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, and you know that you have that many seconds left till you got to get back on the track. Okay, see, we actually made a successful bounce right there. We're now in 1st place. So right now, we just need to hope no one else is going to jump out in front of us. But here, we're almost at the end, so we're going to boost to the end. Boom! That is always satisfying. Absolutely love that aspect of the game. Super fun. Love being able to bounce off the track, bounce back on, get to the exit, zoom over to it. As long as you get to that exit, it's all that matters. But like I said, you're kind of beating the fade. And the fade, I'm not quite sure how long that is. So I wish they just had like a little countdown timer. You know, if it was right next to the ball, they could do like milliseconds where it's like 5. You see all the seconds counting down, and then 4. So you're just kind of like, come on, hit the road. I feel like that would be more tense and actually give you more accurate representation of when that ball is, you know, going to reset. Other than that, I love the aspect of that. I love the fact that you're going down these crazy roads on this ball, and you're just trying to bounce back onto the track and trying to beat the other racers, you know, down there. And, you know, I said that the hoops were my favorite, but I'm not so sure about that now because I remember playing Time Extended. Now, Time Extended is a ton of fun as well. There are a lot of great modes in this game, and I love when developers take a core idea of a game and they completely explore it, and they add so many different modes to it, and they're all fun. You know, they just like, oh, what if we do this? What if we do that? So in Time Extended, what happens is you have to hit these gates, and you get more time, and then it also extends the road. Oh, no, hit it. There we go. You also got to make sure you hit these checkpoints, because you can see that our star rating on the left, you are going for stars, 1 through 3. We have to get up to a certain amount of gate. So we're trying to reach gate 50 to get 3 stars. So right now we're at 23. If your question is, can you skip gates? Yes, you can totally skip gates. If you jump this one and just hit this next one, oh, get back on the road. See right there, we went from 28 to 34. Pretty cool, right? So yeah, in my opinion, this game has a lot going for it, and this is going to appeal to, you know, I think very particular type of gamer, in that if you are a racing fan, I think you might really dig this. And if you are one of those people who likes puzzle ball games, you know, Marble Madness and that kind of thing, I think you might really like this too, because you have that ball physics feel to it. Now here's the other thing too that I don't quite understand. So one of the only other derogatory things I might say about this game is I don't really understand the ranking in it. Now, normally in a game you rank up, level up, and you gain stuff. You get unlockables, right? In this, you just kind of rank up and you get badges. But I don't know what those are used for. Are the badges important? I'm not sure. All right, let's actually jump out of here. We'll come back to the campaign in just a bit. We'll play a bit more from where I left off here. They do offer a lot of other things here too. So one of the other things besides careers, they have a daily track. The daily track, under my understanding, is that it changes literally every day. And every day they will pick a new champion, as it said there, compete against the world's best to see who... So it's basically like when you play, you know, if you play any other roguelite, if you're familiar with that, they put in a daily quest or a daily run, you know, with a different seed every day. And that's kind of what they're doing here. And there is a new leaderboard for every day, which is pretty cool. We're not going to mess with the ball stuff here. I've already played through this once, but look how much different this gets here. You can tell that the road's a little bit more crazy to deal with here. You have a completely... Oh, nope. That ain't gonna go. You can tell we're dealing with a completely different environment. Oh, one of the other things I should mention, too, is that if you know that you're going into Oblivion and you're not going to be hitting any track, at any point you can hit X, and that will reset you automatically. You don't have to wait for the fade out. Still, though, I do wish... Jeez. I am not doing good here. I do wish that they had the little countdown timer for you when you fell off, though. One of the other things I do want to mention, too, I don't want it to go understated, that this actually runs at a good... Oh, I think we can hit the track here. We boost... Yeah, there we go. This runs at a nice 60 FPS, frames per second, on the Switch. I always like to mention that on the Switch when a game runs that well, because it seems few and far between. I feel like a lot of games on the Switch go unoptimized or optimized too much to the point where, yeah, they might run okay, but they kind of look like, you know, potato mode. And I'm not into that. Either your game's got to look good and run at 30, or it's got to run at 60 and just be, you know, easy to load and that kind of thing. There we go. We made it. 132. So we ranked up to 7. got triple XP. I don't know what it means, but that's what happened. So here you can see the top scores from today. I am number 5, RC, at 132. So one of the unfortunate things about this game right now, and you'll find it out in just a second here, is that you do have online race as an option. You can go to public room and try to find somebody to play with. I do not think you'll find somebody to play with. I tried a couple times earlier when I was playing this, and it was a no-go, which is unfortunate because I could see having a ton of fun playing this online, especially with friends, like bumping each other off, you know, the track and that kind of thing. But because it did not find a game, it is now created a game. And earlier I did wait for a few to see if anybody would actually join me, and unfortunately nobody did. And I think that's going to happen here, so we're not going to waste time with it. So unfortunately, there's not really much of an online presence, which kind of sucks. There is also a race mode. So at any point, you could pick any level you want and go and race. So we've already gone through a race. You know what that is. However, the last mode is actually pretty interesting and pretty fun. It's endless mode, and you can pick between Time Gate, which is what we played earlier. We have to unveil the next road as you hit the gate. Or you can do survival, which is just go for as long as you can and get as many gates as you can. So let's just try a normal survival here. You can pick any place you want. Let's try, was it Basula Prime? And we'll just keep with the default ball selection here. So here we go. So normal survival. All this is going to do is count up how many gates you can actually get to. You do not get any restarts. If you fall off the track and die, that is it. That is your score. So it's very arcadey, and I kind of dig that. I feel like, you know, endless mode for me on a lot of games is like just kind of like blah, you know, like I don't really care too much about it. But this I could see being addicting, especially, like I said, if you were trying to compete with your friends and see who could get the highest score on these tracks. Oh, nope. You gotta get back on. Get back on. Oh, jeez. Sometimes you get that wicked bounce. Can I turn it around here? Yes, we turned it around. Okay, we're doing all right here. We're doing okay. Whoa! As you can see, too, as you get further, the track is getting more windy and more crazy, so things are getting kind of nuts. Oh, no! Oh, I don't think I can come back from that one. Boost. Oh, I'm still going. Okay. Now I'm definitely not coming back from that one. Oh my god, so lucky. Okay, we got the... Oh my god. I'm getting very lucky on these bounces. Like, very lucky. Oh! Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Okay, I hit the track. Get back on the track, dude. Woo. I'm getting very lucky here. This is not skill. This is not talent. Hopefully I can hit 100 here. Oh, I don't think it's going to happen now. Oh! Okay, well, we hit the track. Don't fade. Oh, that was so close. Wow, look at that. Look how many gates we skipped on that one. This is definitely the furthest I've gotten in this mode. But you can see how fun this is, like, especially playing in endless. Oh, that's it. I'm not getting to this track. Booster! Nope, didn't make it. But like I said, you can see how fun that is, just to be like, okay, it threw me off, and then you're trying to find your next way, you know, back onto the track, which is totally fun. I really enjoy that. I do wish when you picked a mode, though, that I wish there was a way to actually see the leaderboards before you start. Apparently, you can only go back, forward, and play. I'm not sure why they don't list the leaderboards ahead of time just to show you, like, where you stand, you know, in the mode or whatever. I think it just showed me at place 3. I think I saw it right before we dumped back out here. But here, we're going to jump back into career. I'm going to show you where I left off, and we'll play some of these. So we got a race, and we've got a speed rush. Let's do a speed rush. And I'm sorry, it was beat. We got to beat at least 2 minutes to get a 1-star. So in this game, as long as you get a 1-star, I believe you can move on. I haven't gotten anything lower than a 1-star because if I ever did, I always restarted. I guess I should probably find out what happens if you finish without getting the 1 star, if that's even a possibility. Oh, okay, we fell off. So the one thing I will tell you guys too is that there are going to be some, oh geez, come on, hit that. There we go. There are going to be some levels that are going to be frustrating. I've had a couple. I've had 2 races already. One was a race, one was a, might have been a time thing. I forget which one it was, but I actually was starting to get just a teeny bit frustrated because the racers, the AI knows that they can like bounce off the track at certain points, and they will speed ahead of you. So I was trying to find the best shortcut to do that with, and I was falling off the track for like a while. I could not find the perfect place. That was not good. And finally I was able to do it, but it took like, I swear, I probably replayed the track like 15 times. It took a while to get the feel for it. And for some of you, I think that might actually be pretty appealing to have a game that is a, you know, easy to play but difficult to master, you know, and there's a lot of games like that, but this one definitely fits that bill for sure. Okay, we are only a few gates away here. I don't think we're gonna make the 2 star. Oh, maybe we will. We just squeaked in for the 2 star. Okay, so that's definitely doable at a 3 star. It's definitely doable. But I think part of it also was like, it might have been like my second race, and I didn't have quite the feel for the game yet, because it may not look like it, but there is a bit of a learning curve to how the ball controls and how the tracks pop in and out and everything like that. So that is also something you want to keep in mind with this game, is that you might play that first track and it's super easy, but once you get to like tracks 4 or 5, stuff like that, you're going to start getting real windy tracks like this, and you're going to be like, oh my god, what do I have to do? You know, to get myself back on track here, quite literally, back on track. Okay, let's see. So if I fall here, so I need to hit the track there. Get back on. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm done. It's gonna start me all the way back up. So that was a big waste of time right there. So this would probably be a good time for me to just like restart the race, I would assume. I don't know, we're getting kind of lucky here with these bounces here, so maybe we'll stick with it. I want to also point out how satisfying it is to hit these checkpoints. I think that, and I don't know this for sure, I'm sure that in endless and daily modes, like, the tracks are procedurally generated. However, the tracks in the main game, like, they must have been created. These must be, you know, handcrafted levels. And as much as I appreciate the checkpoints being, you know, super, super close together, I can see what they're going for. Reason being is that they are definitely going for, you know, quantity of checkpoints, so that way you can do more bouncing off the track like this. Oh no! Well, that was no good. I don't think I'm gonna get the 1 star here. Will I get it? Oh, I just squeaked into 1 star. Just squeaked it at the end there. God, that was so exciting. I forgot what I was even talking about. But yeah, I'm sorry. The checkpoints are the thing. I understand what they're going for. I get why there's so many, because they want you to be able to jump, you know, 20 checkpoints down and then hit that, and then it feels good to like hit that, like, oh, I went from like 2 to 20. You know, that was a huge shortcut, and that's what they're going for. But I would have liked a couple levels that were more challenging, as opposed, you know, where it's like, okay, you got to get your ball through this like crazy loop-to-loop part, and then there's one checkpoint at the end of this. You know, like make challenge levels, I guess, would be my suggestion. Oh boy, okay, yeah, make challenge levels that offer up like crazy loop-to-loops and other jumps and stuff with the ball and whatnot, and you know, the checkpoints are super strewn about. and you know, maybe the challenge is like, okay, you have to get over this bridge in 3 tries, and if you can do it in 1 try, then you get 3 stars or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. Something that very much like embraces the trial and error of a game kind of like this, you know. I think that would be a cool mode. But as it stands here, though, guys, for, you know, a $20 game, there's a lot of game here, and I think that the core gameplay of this is actually a ton of fun. This is something that really appeals to me, though. Okay, so challenge failed. Let's see what happens. We exit, because we didn't even get up to the 15 that they wanted. Okay, so you can't go forward unless you get at least 1 star, so that's good. I'm glad we solved that. I'm glad we figured that out. But guys, that is Super Impossible Road on the Switch. Like I said, it's on the Switch right now, but if this looks appealing to you and you want to play it on PC or PlayStation or Xbox later, it is coming out early 2022 for all of those systems there. But for right now, it's $20 on Switch. It's a great little game. I think it's really, really cool. This is definitely one that I had not seen before, and then when it was presented to me, I was like, yeah, I want to check this out for sure. I like racing. I like Marble Madness. I like puzzle games, you know, that kind of thing. Not that this has much puzzle to it, but it's just, you know, it's got that marble feel to it, you know, with the physics and everything. But I like all those things, and this mashed together, I dig it. I think it's really cool. But guys, hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.